This episode of Nick Luck Daily is brought to you by Timeform, your trusted source for racing data and analysis. By Ozhorse, race where racing matters. Check out Ozhorse's Investor's Guide, ozhorse.com.au. And by FitzDares, laying some of the world's largest sporting wagers since 1882. Good morning, welcome to the show. It is day 2 of the Sky Bet Ebor Festival. It's Thursday, August the 20th. It's a rather damp morning here on the Knavesmire as we try and take a little bit of shelter under the wonderful old grandstand here. Jane Mangan is alongside me today. Yesterday delivered not quite what we anticipated, Jane, but it certainly wasn't short of talking points. Now the dust has settled, what have you made of Item's victory in the Juddmonte International?
Well, we anticipated a fantastic race, an enthralling tactical affair, and we did get that. We just perhaps didn't envisage the result. To me, looking back at it last night, there was a pace collapse. It was burn up in front, Constitution River over racing. Ombudsman had the slowest first furlong, found himself in a disadvantageous position with company, with action back there. So there was an awful lot at play. 3 furlongs down, it looked like Ombudsman was going to win despite that. It didn't look like Item was going to win. He hit that customary flat spot that he has. But the last 2 furlongs were really slow. And the horse, it's probably a true 1.5 mile horse, but has the class to win a Juddmonte over 10. He was the horse that won in the day. But it was enthralling. I think it left a few questions, more questions maybe than answers for some of the main protagonists, but I'd take nothing away from Item. With the exception of that heavy ground derby at Epsom, he's an extremely good horse. It's building a profile now. An
unusual profile, admittedly, however, because the rest of his racing as a 3-year-old has pretty much all been done here. The Dante, the York Stakes, now the Juddmonte International.
Not a bad place to do it.
It's not. It's a fabulous place to do it. And they're, 3 of the 3 signature races for a horse of his type. But you wonder who he is, really, don't you still? Even though he's produced a very high-class performance and will have run to a big figure. I think the Racing Post rating's 128, which seems pretty lofty to me. But, he's run a big number in an important race in quite a decent time, even though they went too hard early. Yet he's not really travelled at any point through the race. And we don't really know exactly where he's headed next. Maybe the Irish Champion Stakes, maybe the Breeders' Cup Turf, but they want to fight shy of soft ground.
Yeah, and I can see why. And I think those 2 races are the logical 2 races with the intention to keep him in training next year. If they don't intend to keep him in training next year, I wouldn't be surprised to see him back up to 12 furlongs. Al McCam deserves a mention. He looked a winner a furlong down. Did he hang fire in front? I think it was a really tricky position for Kieran Schumacher to be in, because you're looking at Constitution River going, you kind of have to go.
Yeah.
And you don't expect Ryan Moore's horse to dissipate inside the final 2 furlongs. You find yourself there and all of a sudden you're the target for Item to run at. Look, there was an awful lot happening in the race. Last year was a muddling race. This year was a better race. And I think Juddmonte are very much now on song for the double.
Yes, with Kalpana, of course, and don't forget they've also got Legacy Link in the Yorkshire Oaks this afternoon. But Kalpana clearly a big shot. Just before we come on to that, I thought Constitution River's run was. I know he ran okay and finished 3rd and make all the excuses. For me, just on a sort of emotional level, it was one of the more.
It's a bit early in the week now to get emotional.
Sorry, not emotional, but from the heart and the head, whatever you want to call it. I felt it was one of the most disappointing runs of the season. I was expecting so much from him.
Yeah, okay.
I know he ran fine.
Big
call. The numbers will say he ran fine.
Yeah, I think he ran too fresh.
Yeah, definitely.
I actually hadn't seen him in the flesh since maybe March in Ballydoyle. And he's strong. Like, he's physically a brute. And it's very few horses you see Ryan Moore struggle to contain. And maybe they'd have been better off with action up front to give him more cover. But they went too hard early, and it would have taken a City of Troy-esque effort to sustain those fractions.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to call Barry Mahon now.
I had dinner with Barry last night. I'd say he'll answer.
Did you say to him that we're going
I don't think he went to Pop World after.
We're going to bomb him.
I didn't. I said we'll surprise him.
We're going to video bomb him and see.
Oh, the video. Oh, jeez, I hate getting video calls from you.
Well, do you ever pick up a video call from me, huh?
Of course I do.
What do we think? He's picked up.
Whoa.
He's
There
picked.
he
Look at
is.
it. There he is.
Looking fresh.
Look who I've got with me, Barry.
Oh, well, I see. She was off to bed early last night.
Oh, that's what she said, so I'm glad you've corroborated her story.
Good.
How are you getting on?
Good, very good. Just walking down to the tracks there to see what the rain has done overnight. And, yeah, good day yesterday.
Oh, fantastic day yesterday. We were just musing over Item and the fact that he's done so much, but it's pretty much all been here at this track, and how much we're looking forward to seeing what he can do next. Where do you think it will be next?
Look, I don't know, Nick. As I say, yesterday was very much the plan, and he got the job done. So, look, I think we'll settle down, and in a week or two's time, we'll come up with a plan whether we go to the Irish champion or whether we wait for a Prix de l'Arc. I suppose they're the two options immediately at hand.
Yeah, that's interesting actually, because I didn't hear many people talking about the Arc yesterday, and I know when we spoke last week, you're sort of itching to scratch that mile and a half again. Do you think that's what he wants now?
Well, look, I think he's unbeaten over 10 furlongs, so, we're probably a little bit silly in our own mind, but we feel like he will get a mile and a half. I think we felt that after the Dante and the York Stakes and again yesterday, so at some stage we will have to try again, and whether that'll be the Arc or whether we'll stay to the 10 furlongs and the Irish champion. We'll see how he comes out of it. He had an interrupted prep coming into it, so we'll have to see how he comes out of it.
I mean, this foot issue, is it something, do you think, that it'll just have to be managed throughout his career, or is it something you can get better?
I think it's something that'll need ongoing management. He obviously has sort of thin soles on his feet, and he's prone to getting bruised soles. So it's something that'll probably always need managing. It's not the first time this year it's happened to him. So in fairness to Andrew and his team, they do a great job.
Do you think he will stay in training next year?
Oh God, Nick, no, I've no idea. As to say, look, it's been a whirlwind, 8 or 10 hours since he's won. We haven't had that discussion and won't have it until September, October, November. So whether the owners will decide to keep him in training or not, I've no idea.
Yeah, because it's. Would you agree with me that it sort of feels like we're just getting started? Like the road is nowhere near complete.
Yeah, definitely. I think from looking at the horse yesterday from the Dante, I thought he changed massively physically. I obviously didn't see him in the York Stakes because we were in Ascot for the King George, but I thought physically he was a completely different horse yesterday than he was here back in the spring.
So it could be a fifth Group 1 in just a matter of weeks for you and Andrew Balding combined this afternoon with Kalpana. And I know the Gosens have got Legacy Link in the same race. How confident are you feeling about Kalpana?
Yeah, look, sure, I'm confident that she give it a good run. She always does. She's never let us down. Her race record is actually remarkable when you go through it. She's such a tough filly. The ground won't be any inconvenience to her, and the track shouldn't be a problem. So we're very hopeful. I think Legacy Link will run a good race too. She liked this ground. She's been freshened up since Ascot, and obviously she likes the track as well. So I think you'll see her put up a good performance too.
Yes, because the parallels with Item, of course. He won the Dante and the International. She could win the Musadora and the Yorkshire Oaks. And your filly, Jer Lyons' is filly in the Lowther. You were a bit worried about rain softened ground for her.
Yeah, we are. I was actually just walking down to have a look at the track and talk to Jer. I'd say it probably feels like unlikely she'll run. She is a fast ground filly, and we're not on fast ground now, unfortunately. So I'd say it's pretty unlikely she'll run.
Do you think Tarriance will still run in the Ebor if the ground's soft?
Yeah, I think he will. Yeah, I think there's rain today, and I'm sort of hoping then it'll dry back a bit. As long as there's good in it for him, he should be fine. So yeah, we'll probably still kick on with him, I'd say.
I hope everyone's watching on YouTube because they'll see you've been smiling pretty much throughout this interview. So what a day! What a day! In your association with Juddmonte, where does it figure?
It's up there at the top. I think Blue Stocking was a very special day. For me when I started with Juddmonte, and this is right up there with it. They're unbelievably hard races to win these, so it's a very, very special day, and to have the Prince there and his sons, and to be sponsoring the race and the association that Juddmonte have had with York, it's the whole thing. You couldn't write it. It was just a brilliant day.
Fantastic, Barry. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks a million.
Barry Mahon there he is, Juddmonte racing manager. What a day for them.
Amazing. I had a drink with his dad, Rory, the night before, and his mum, and his mum really wanted to stay for Kalpana today, but Rory wanted to go back because they have their first runner for Joseph O'Brien in Leopardstown today, and yeah, sure, they're an amazing operation. I think pound for pound, one of the best stallion stations in the world, breeding operations. I admire them so much, and the late Prince Khalid can be proud of what they did yesterday.
Could you like to give me a line on how you think Kalpana is going to win the Yorkshire Oaks, if indeed you think she is?
I do. I respect Mini Hawk an awful lot, but I'm yet to see this year what we saw last year, and maybe going from France to America maybe that took the toll on her. I hope she puts up a big performance today, because we know what she can do in soft ground, what she did in the Arc. Joanna Walsh is a big physical. I think she's a filly that's going to keep on improving. I was really impressed with what she did in Ireland. I think Inishmore will run better. I thought she probably had too much ground to make up in Ireland. I don't think Speran Nu is going to like the ground. I respect Legacy Link, but the Musador form isn't working out. I respect Earthshot, but I don't think she's good enough to beat the Olders. And you had Tati Karam.
I did.
Yeah, earlier in the week. So I think for me, it's the two older fillies.
It's a hell of a race, though, isn't it?
As it should be.
Yeah, I know, but often, like, if you get a Kalpana in here, you normally she should be a 10s on shot, and you get a load of rubbish against her. Absolutely,
but then you're probably thinking this is the perfect spot before you head into the autumn pre-Vermeil options. So yeah, I think given the ground conditions, it'd be very hard to go against Kalpana. In my head, I think her best performances are what she did at Ascot in October on soft ground.
For sure, but it's a terrific running of the Yorkshire Oaks. Can Juddmonte follow up their success in their own race yesterday? Well, after the Juddmonte International, Total Performance Data's Adam Mills ran the rule over how the race was run.
What a Juddmonte International. Sometimes the advantage we have in looking at data rather than just a video replay is you can ask the question why rather than why not. I don't want to dwell too heavily on Constitution River or Ombudsman. The latter ran the slowest opening furlong. He was on the back foot from that point, and if he didn't handle the ground, that's fair enough. His closing furlong still ranked 3rd, 2nd and 4th. I think he ran his race. It's just his best form has come on good to firm ground at Ascot. As for Constitution River, he went so hard at the start that he pulled ahead of one of the likely pacemakers, Devil's Advocate. To give you an idea how fast they went, Hawk Mountain covered the first half of this race in 1 minute 6 seconds 0.5. That's only 0.6 seconds slower than Burr Castle a year ago. In 2025, Burr Castle had a 20-length lead on good to firm ground at half time. They went so quickly that there was no chance for Constitution River to last home. You can forgive him, and the fact that he finished 3rd is still something to be noted and credited with, but it would have to be a concern. But I don't want to dwell on the beaten horses. I want to talk about the winner, because Item was absolutely superb. Group 1 races are generally won by the horses who race the most efficiently. Item had the longest average stride length in the field, despite the fact that both Almacam and Constitution River have reached longer peaks. But his stride frequency is the key. He got down to a minimum stride frequency of 2.06 strides per second. That was the lowest minimum stride frequency in the field. Essentially, he was conserving energy at a time when everyone else was using theirs up. He's a really good horse because when he needed to, he switched to his right. He came over the top of Almacam despite being carried towards the stand side. He ran the fastest final furlong in the field, and his run-out speed measured 2 seconds after he crossed the line, 34.6. That was a lot quicker than anything else in the field and well above our expected average. He is a Group 1 performer, and I think it's just a coincidence that his best form has come at York. If we take out his defeat in the soft ground at Epsom in the Derby, he's been largely flawless, and it would be a mistake to assume that because the others didn't run their race, he wasn't at the top of the tree.
All right, that was Total Performance Data's Adam Mills. Thanks to him. That was very interesting insight into how the Juddmonte International was run yesterday. The Maltese Cross, I thought, looked like a right horse yesterday.
Yeah, I think a career best from him. And the way he travelled, I thought this was a performance that put him into now you go for your Arc. I know there's a question mark whether he might still go for the St. Leger. I actually don't even know if he'd stay the St. Leger trip. I know his pedigree suggests he will, but he travelled oh so well from the two. And I'd say maybe Tom committed him early enough. Pierre Bonnard did something that I didn't think he would do. He fought and he battled and he ran really well under. He was obviously receiving £5 from Maltese Cross, but that was a lovely performance. And probably realistically, the Derby we all wanted to see in June was run in August.
Yes, and it was a much more satisfying race in pretty much every respect.
All you're missing is Benevento Cellini, and that's it.
I'm not convinced Pierre Bonnard's a St Leger horse. I'm not absolutely convinced he'll stay. I am convinced Christmas Day will, and I think he's probably the horse to beat.
Yeah, and I think Christmas Day will probably improve for that run. Aidan has done it with like Kew Gardens recently. Brian Boru got beaten in it and he won a Leger. Aidan's probably thinking of targets, and I don't think the Leger is a target for Christmas Day. So don't be surprised if he rocks up in Doncaster and you see a different horse from him.
Yeah, okay. That was the great Voltigeur yesterday. You think it's just one direction, really, for the winner? Even if William Haggis won't commit, you think it's the Arc?
Longchamp.
Okay. I wonder what Mr. Lewis Tomlinson from Timeform thinks.
We have seen two high-class performances from two high-class colts on the Knavesmire this afternoon. Maltese Cross winning the Great Voltigeur before Item took the Juddmonte International, upsetting Constitution River. Going into the race, the highest rated 3-year-old in training with Timeform, and Ombudsman going into the race, possessing a rating equal to that of Baid. Coming into the race, bettered only by Frankel and See the Stars this century. Neither of them quite at their best on the day. Ombudsman obviously not helped by being man-marked by Action throughout. And John Goslin's explanation that the ground was perhaps a little bit too soft for his superstar, not quite holding up on the times. The last time Timeform called the Juddmonte International good to soft, the race was run 4 seconds slower than what we saw this afternoon. Timeform quite happy to call the ground good. On the winner, Item, he'll now be level or perhaps slightly above Constitution River as the leading 3-year-old colt in training. He'll have advanced his rating to the high 120s, 128, 129. We're thinking provisionally by running down Almacan and winning at C&D for the 3rd time this season. Maltese Cross will be a couple of pounds behind him in defying a penalty to win the Great Voltigeur. Not many have tried that in recent years. Lambourne, Kew Gardens, Los Angeles and Christmas Day in the same race. But Maltese Cross able to turn tables with his Derby conqueror, Christmas Day. Will it be the Arc? Will it be the St Leger? Plenty of options up for William Haggis. Really likeable and really exciting colt.
Right, there's the Harry's $500,000 today by Goffs. A little bit of controversy surrounding this race, which we'll discuss in a few moments' time. But I want to talk about Tokaido, who's won 2 pattern races really impressively in France and is trained by Amy Murphy, who joins me now. Now, we tried to video bomb Amy. But as
Amy,
you'll see, Jane,
your pain.
Look, there's nothing. It's just a grey screen.
Yeah, but
She's hiding from me.
it's early.
What's happening? Why can't we see you?
Listen, you're meant to give a woman 5 minutes notice at least, Nick.
Couldn't agree more.
Calling people.
Yeah, well, I'd listen. I appreciate you picking up anyway. I was worried that you might have just got out of bed, but that would be very insulting for a trainer. I'm guessing you just got in from riding out.
Quite correct.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about...
Quick shower and in the car.
Okay, tell me how you're feeling about today.
He's in great form, travelled over very well. I mean, he's got a great mind, so I never for a moment thought that the travel would be an issue. He arrived at York on Tuesday evening, had a hack on the track yesterday, so travel-wise, taking everything really well. I mean, of course, it's going to be hard for him to give that weight away today, but listen, £500,000 races don't come around very often, so we thought we'd give it a go. Did we think that Sungaras would turn up in the declarations? Most definitely not.
No.
We're here, and I think judging on so far, races sprint course-wise, the lower numbers seem to be favouring. Hopefully it stays that way, because obviously that's where we are. He's very straightforward. So looking forward to it.
Do you think you should be giving £5 to a Group 1 winner?
It's tough, isn't it? It's tough going for sure. So we will. I suppose the one good thing is we'll find out how good he is.
We did get a glimpse of Amy there, but we didn't put you on camera. You're okay. You're okay. You're safe.
How is Tokaido going to cope with the rain? We got 2.8 overnight to go with the 5.5 we got yesterday. It's going to be riding slow.
Yeah, I mean, it's something he's just not encountered yet because, like, all spring we were obviously on fast ground in Shanty, which is, unusual for Shanty, both galloping on the grass and in, all three of his races have been good to firm. So he's not been in that situation as of yet because, with weather conditions, we just haven't been there. So it's going to be a new factor for him today. But he's sort of a horse that he doesn't strike me as a horse that wouldn't go on slow ground. But as we all very well know, and judging on yesterday's results, you never know till you try.
Well, roll the dice. It's a huge pot. And I thought up until declaration time that he would set the standard.
He might still do.
Hopefully we'll be saying the same later.
All right, listen, thanks for taking the call.
Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye.
Cheers, Amy. Amy Murphy trains Tokaido. I still think he could. I still think he could win if he handles the conditions. I know clearly Sun Goddess is like you want to run a Group 1 winner. 11 days later in the sales race. But A, she could bounce. B, you don't know how she's going to travel. C, you don't really know how she's going to handle the surface. She's by Sioux Nation. It doesn't scream, I want a dead surface to me.
Okay, we'll just talk about
we don't really love it, do we? We don't love a Group 1 winner in a sales race, do we?
No, I think it laughs at the pattern, and I think it's a little bit of an insult. And I know people will say, well, she's not missing any race because she can still go for the Moigler, she can still go for the Cheveley Park. I think it's a little bit, yeah. Okay, so if you win a Class 3 race, you get a £3 penalty. If you win a Class 2 race or a listed race, you get a £5 penalty. And a pattern race, so group race.
Group 1, yeah. Or Group 2.
Or Group 3. You get a £7 penalty.
I don't understand that. You can't have the same penalty for a Group 1 as you can for a Group 3.
She's won a Airlight Stud Stakes Group 2 and she's won the Phoenix against Colts, and she's in receipt of £5 from Tokaido. I think there is a lot of discussion about incentive races. This race is to showcase the sale of Doncaster. It's on next week, and they can, argue, Goss can argue, well, she was bought, she wasn't even top lot. It shows how good a horse you can get out of sale. Okay, that's that argument. The other argument is you got the Lowther on, the race beforehand, it's worth half the pot. And I know it's a Group 2, but is that right? I just don't
listen,
know.
we have this, we go round this boy each and every year, but it's just been intensified. It's been intensified.
Is this the first time this has happened?
What, a Group 1 winner running in this?
Yeah. No, in a sales race. I know Wooten Bassett went on and won
I've seen
Lagardère after.
I've seen it done the other way round,
yeah.
But I can't remember it being done this way round. I'm sure somebody will correct
11
me.
days after winning the Phoenix Stakes.
You don't love it.
I just think it just tells you a lot.
Yes, I would agree, and I'll be rooting for Amy and one or two others in that race. Right, I think it's high time we
got some breakfast.
Well, Charlotte is making that kind of gesture to me, raising a glass to her lips. I presume that means she doesn't want to just continue drinking at 9 o'clock. I think we need to go and see Neil Phillips in a minute.
Maybe she's sobering up.
But I think before we do, we need to get today's Whirlpool update.
Day 1 at York done and dusted. I thought it was the best that York and the Whirlpool had to offer yesterday. Some proper competitive handicap fields alongside a top class Group 1 race. As it transpired on the day, Ombudsman got more and more popular as the day went on. I think as people seen, as punters seen the rain was staying away yesterday, Ombudsman got really popular, as well as obviously being a very well known with international players. So there was scope for that boil over and there was scope for that overpay, which we got in the end. 13.6 item returned on the Whirlpool versus 10-1 SP with the bookies. Another overpay to talk about in the first race, Air Force One, in that full handicap field, which is where you can often get some good value on the Whirlpool. Air Force One overpaid 9.25 versus 13-2 with the bookies. That horse also won £4,000 for his connections with Whirlpool moments of the day. Who will it be today? As I stand here, the rain, it does keep coming this morning. I think that will suit Minnie Hawk. I think she's got a massive chance of bouncing back to form in the big race today. But hopefully it stays away like it did yesterday, so we can all have a class day on the Knavesmire.
All right, there's your Whirlpool update coming to the end of today's show with Steve Cooper, who is the Senior Vice President of Food and Beverage for Legends Global, who are the catering partner here at York. You've just signed an extension, Steve, and you're sponsoring the Yorkshire Oaks today.
We are, and we're absolutely thrilled to be doing that, Nick. We've worked with William and his team to create this brilliant partnership based on value, very important, based on quality, local when's best. and it's worked really well. We've been here over 40 years now. It's
Really?
quite a thing.
40 years of
40
partnership.
years. And sponsoring the Yorkshire Oaks is like, for someone who follows racing like I do as well, is a secret little personal thrill as well. I'm looking forward to that big race today.
Yeah, that really is. It really is taking it into a whole new realm in terms of the offering around the ground this year. Unfortunately, if you're doing my job, you rarely get to kind of go out and about and see it. So
I didn't realise
bring
how
it to
cool
us.
this restaurant is.
It is so
and
cool.
The
This
view
is
from
the
here.
what do you
Parade
call it?
Ring Restaurant.
Parade Ring Restaurant, Nick. Yeah, it's one of our top-end offerings. Always sold out at the big meetings. Lots of regular customers as well. We've got loads of local provenance on the menu here today. Yeah, a little message from Chris, the chef, on the menu to set us all up, and away we go. And obviously, we work really closely to make sure that the champagne is just right, and still York, best value champagne in racing.
Yeah, which is going to be sampled now. Neil Phillips.
Yes, so what we've got here, Nick, because we've got the champagne.
Just either you might need a mic there,
sorry.
Neil.
Yes, I think I might need yes, I might need a
will
mic.
help you.
Apologies.
That's all right. So the Champagne Garde is the house champagne. But what we thought we'd do here is actually show you, because we're working with Lanson here, is the Blanc de Blanc.
Right, yeah.
So nice and dry, 100% Chardonnay, as we know. And I should get in, actually, Nick, because I think it's
This is
tasty.
the Lanson Blanc de Blanc.
Blanc. So it's got 5 years of aging. It's a pretty dry style, which is very typical of Lanson, and really refreshing.
And what am I having?
You're having a zero alcohol sparkling from France, Jane. So give us a view on that. You do a little taste as well.
No, don't put me under that kind of pressure. Let's all have a sip.
Well, that's right. No, it's just about choice, isn't it? So we've
Yeah.
got some zero alcohol.
Yeah, we were told last night, Charlotte and I, by someone who used to work in daytime television, that you shouldn't do this because people can't taste what you're drinking at home. But if we abided by that rule, you wouldn't have a job.
Yeah, you've got to do it.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
What do you think, Nick? Do you like this?
I like it very much.
Yeah. It's really dry. That's very much Lanson's.
Very suitable for 8 a.m.
Yeah.
We are nothing but adaptable and versatile.
Are you sort of pretending not to be a non-drinker here?
No, this is zero alcohol.
Oh, that's zero alcohol?
Yes,
Yeah.
pay attention, Nick.
Sorry.
Yeah. So what
But this isn't zero alcohol, is it?
This is your.
Don't down a bottle of that thinking that's zero alcohol.
No, I can't be doing that.
What do
The
you think
coverage will be fantastic this afternoon.
Can I taste the zero alcohol?
Of course, you can compare.
Well, we've got to have choice for everybody, as we've talked about before.
You have to accommodate for everybody.
We do. And your cup of tea is coming.
I have a cup of tea and a dessert coming.
These are Jane's riders, by the way. Come on, Nick.
Hey, listen, if that's your thing, you know.
Does it taste like sparkly apple juice?
No, it doesn't really. I can't quite work out what it tastes like. I don't
tells
dislike
us everything.
I think it's important that we have options for everybody.
I like
I
it.
agree.
I like it.
Smoothly said, Steve. It's true, though. It's true. Very important.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. And Steve, all the best for this week.
Thanks, Nick. We're really looking forward to it. And look, here comes some.
Yeah. No, we've got some.
Hold on, we've got an encore coming here.
Best yet to come, folks.
Hang on, here we go.
It's never too early. Bring it in.
Come in. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. What do we got here, Steve?
Oh, so we've got a chocolate marquise here, and importantly, we've
Yeah, coffee.
a coffee-style dessert. But
Coffee-style dessert.
look at the plate. So this is a bespoke plate that we've had made for York, City of Troy. Winning here, and you can see as it comes up the Knavesmire here. Here's City of Troy. It's picked out. There's 100 of those plates in the world. That's it, and we use them here at York.
A limited edition City of Troy plate. It looks like Jane's got banana bread.
This is my breakfast bread and butter pudding, actually.
Is it? That looks delicious.
Pudding, yeah. Looks great.
That
Nick's
does
going
look
in
good. I'm
quick.
going in there.
Well done, Nick. Come on, let's get in there, Jane. Come on.
Those caramelised bananas look very nice.
And Steve, what have I got here?
You've got lemon posset.
Yeah, lovely.
Lemon posset.
We're going to all go start going in, and there'll be nobody talking. It's brilliant. I love it. We're all tasting. We're talking about tasting on air. Brilliant.
Come to York. There's more than the racing, folks.
Completely.
Very well said.
Completely.
Very good. Well, Steve, thank you very much.
Pleasure, Nick. Thanks for talking. Our big race today. You normally ask me for a tip. I'm asking you.
Well, Kalpana's the obvious one. I think Tati Coram each way might run well.
Okay, excellent.
I agree.
Jane.
I agree, Kalpana, and I think Mini Hawk is going to push her all the way.
Okay, there we go. I hope it's an
forward to
epic.
it. Excellent
Yeah,
race.
and thank you for the sponsorship. Neil, thank you very much.
Cheers,
We'll see you again
everybody.
tomorrow.
Will do. Yeah,
Excellent.
absolutely.
See you again tomorrow as well. This episode of Nick Luck Daily has been brought to you by Timeform, your trusted source for racing data and analysis. By Ozhorse, race where racing matters. Check out Ozhorse's Investor's Guide, ozhorse.com.au. And by Fitzdares, laying some of the world's largest sporting wagers since 1882.